pictures. Let's take a look at some pictures of your childhood and your adulthood, and let's talk about what spirit can do with ordinary film. We have on the screen two lovely little girls. Looks like it's Easter. Can you talk to us about that?
This is Easter. I'm on top. I'm the oldest, and so I'm above my little sister Robin, who is below, sitting there. And what's amazing about this picture, and it's very beautiful with, you know, it's black and white photo, but if you look on the back wall behind me, you will see a face on the wall. And what I have found out, a man with long hair. And what I find kind of funny is if you look kind of in the center of that image there, you'll see what looks like a bird flying out of the face that's behind it, and it's kind of between the nose and the mustache area. And this gentleman's kind of got his head back, like he's looking up a little bit. But you can see the hair as it comes down, and he's got his head back a bit. And what's really neat about that is that was my very first spirit photo. And
Spirit
these
photo
pictures,
in that the spirit was captured on the film.
Captured on the film and has come through. And what's really, really important to know is that over the years, in the last 30 years, these pictures have regularly been shown to me and appeared to me. Okay, so it's and I don't have an imagination, very little bit. I just don't.
She didn't see it in the picture. I know.
Rob found that.
Rob found it.
She doesn't.
I never saw it all these years.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. So that second photo that we just had,
yes.
My oldest daughter is in the center, and my babies, who are now 26, are on each side. And if you notice, you'll see the blurring in the picture.
But the camera's all straight everywhere else, just over the kids.
And it's just over the children. And my brother-in-law had just passed away, probably not even a couple of weeks before this had happened. And I really think that the energy was him trying to show himself and let us know that he was there.
Great.
Now that energy right there, the entity or the spirit, again, words only have the meaning that you give to them. So I will use spirit and entity interchangeably only because neither of them are a negative. Okay?
All right.
And so this energy that's here, the spirit that's here, was also on the bottom of the couch, and this is what came through. Looks absolutely nothing like my brother-in-law, but the energy is there, and he was able to show, along with many other different spirits that came through in that picture, in that photograph.
Okay, at this time, Megan is on the phone, and she'd like to join our conversation. Megan, do you have a comment or question of our guest?
I just wanted to call in and thank Susan for everything that she did for me. I went to one of her psychic fairs, and I lost my dad 3 years ago. And Miss Susan, even though I didn't have the money, helped me out.
Well, that's very, very
Thank you,
great
Megan.
to have you do that. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Thanks for calling.
No problem. I'll see you at the next psychic fair.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's very generous of you, Susan.
She's a lot of times people come to me and they're led and brought to me for a reason. And so normally, if I know that there is a need, people can make a donation.
Okay.
And that allows me to continue to love. But I also know too that if something is given, then a lot of times people, if I was to just give everything of myself away, a lot of times people don't understand that there's got to be a good flow and good movement, and that it's time. When there's need, then you give. And so I like to do that.
Well, it's good to have that discernment.
Yes. Good word for it.
Yes, discernment is important. And so,
This is true.
Yeah, yeah. So you showed us the last picture was about brother-in-law coming through.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this picture is pretty special. Again, this mind you, most of these pictures have remained hidden in my closet up until a few months ago because they made people uncomfortable. And so when I first met you, Patricia, is when I decided I would bring them out of the closet and started
Yeah, they
using
said
them.
to show. She wasn't about to show. And I said show or else.
I
So
was
she
shown-
decided I'll do or else because I've had enough 2x4s.
Exactly.
Yes.
I was directed to show and not tell. So tonight I get to do a little bit of both.
Yes.
Telling, just like in school. Now, if you look at this picture, dead center, you can see at the top of this, somewhat at the top of the screen, you can see a man, and it looks as if he has a hat on. He's got a great, big, wonderful smile. And then following down the screen a bit more, you can see his shoulders, and he looks as if he's riding out on a horse.
Or a burro.
Or a burro or something like that. And if you look, you can see that he's very happy. The energy is very, very happy there.
And this was in Mexico,
and
correct?
this was taken in Ensenada, somewhere in Ensenada. And it was an accidental picture, kind of like one of those where you accidentally
Hit the button?
hit the button and it takes a picture of the ground. That's literally what this was. So imagine my amazement when this one was pointed out to me.
Okay, well, fabulous.
Thank you.
All right. So are there other photos that you would like us to see? Is there another photo that shows ectoplasm or, oh, here's one.
Here's one,
Yeah.
yes. And this is actually my girlfriend, one of my very, very best friends. Her sister was very ill, and I was doing a healing meditation. And what happened with this was that I was in a dark room, and I decided to, when I was told when the energy felt right, just to click a picture. And so this is what came back. And ectoplasm is scientific. It's proven, and you can only really see it in dark rooms. And
What is it?
the body produces it. It's matter. It has weight, and it comes from within the body and moves outward, and it's like smoke almost. And now if you were to have the open up the curtains, a light dissipates ectoplasm, makes it go away. Ectoplasm will come through like the eyes, the nose, my throat, my mouth, and you can see the waves of it as it comes off. And people who are mediums, physical mediums, or even trance channels will produce that and bring that through,
And
which
spirits
is
show themselves through
and that's how the
ectoplasm,
spirit
correct?
shows. So that picture had numerous spirits in there. You know, one of the most amazing things, this is one of my, I kind of think of it as my ET picture, my beautiful extraterrestrial picture. And she's, and I'm saying she because she feels female to me. But she's pretty special. And one of the neat things to know when you're looking at your photos at home and is that when spirit decides to have its picture taken, usually they come in groups and layers upon layers upon layers. And so this is one that came in that was on top of another picture, which will be, I believe, is the next picture. So, and there he is. And so she was laid on top of that, and there's about 15 different faces in that one image there. And so
It's hard to see on this one.
Exactly, but it's so hard with, when spirit comes through and they decide they want to have their picture taken, they don't know to line up in neat little lines. And so you'll
just
get a
do that
face like
layer
this,
thing then,
and they
huh?
just lay one on top of the other in each direction, and that's what happens there.
Oh, that's interesting.
So these are just really interesting photos, and I encourage all of you at home to go ahead and look through your photo albums and see what amazing pictures you have.